So, hello everybody. Today we're going to talk about the Vitavon Servo Saver for the K8S or the Outcast 8S. I had a little bit of an issue, a hassle during assembling it, and I did a little bit damage to it, and yeah, this was my own fault, because I didn't pay attention and I didn't were thinking how things should go. No, the Servo Saver, the stock Servo Saver, isn't bad at all. And now that I know how this thing should work and is working, I think Arma did a really good job about designing this Servo Saver. No, most of us do the mistake or think we need to screw down this screw into the servo hole all the way down and to lock the saver up. The design of this Servo Saver Arma did doesn't need this to screw it all down and Loctite it, because we got here this little screw, and this screw is turning the other side than the screw in there. So what I mean is, we got to turn left to screw it down, and this screw we need to turn right to screw it down. See? So if these both screws are touching each other, they lock each other. This means this screw in the servo is not moving at all and not backing up out again. So it keeps the position we want it to be. If we just put it the plastic screw down and until it's locking and touching the other screw. So this is the main issue I had, not understanding this. And the other issue I had, and the other where I did a little damage to my parts, is we got this special pattern on the outside of this thing here, and we got also a special pattern in the inside of this part. And this special pattern at the outside needs to match exact same position so it can go through, and this needs the exact position to get onto this one. And let's come on, focus, and you see here it wasn't lining up correctly, and so I did, while screwing it down, it was a little bit binding. I had to use a little bit more force, and then I damaged this part. The same happened to my Vitavon part. I wasn't paying attention. It was binding and I was rubbing it off. I was cutting it off with this part. So this needs, so you see it's moving a little bit on, but it's not going through. It's binding. And therefore we need to watch inside and put this the exact. Oh, come on. Here we go. If it lines up perfect, there is almost no play. So it needs to line up perfect to go through. And this is the main issue with the Servo Saver and the two springs. The two springs we got here. These two springs pull it apart, and we need to slowly figure out the position where we can screw it down. And this was my main issue. I wasn't paying attention, so this happened on both parts, on the stock parts and the Vitavon part, but it's still working perfectly. If you ordered the Vitavon Servo Saver from Arthur, I would recommend you to remove one spring and to not tighten it at all, or just slightly tighten it, and try till, if you use the aluminum part again, to the Servo Saver starts working. The main issue I had on other cars from I own with aluminum Servo Savers is the Amanero 6S or the San Reaper with the GPM steering. Aluminum to aluminum is almost eliminating the Servo Saver. It's locking. It's not moving at all with a little, even a small little pressure on it, which will come from the spring. It won't back off to give it the play it needs to work. So if we're bashing hard, every single hit the tires get will directly move into the servo gears, because the Servo Saver is not working at all. So what I recommend you is you just use the stock plastic part, and then the Servo Saver should work with no issue, with no hassle, and I think you can use both springs again. If you're using the aluminum part from Arthur, I would recommend you to use only one spring as mentioned, and try if your Servo Saver is working. If he is not working, you will kill the gears in your servo, or even bending your steering links or something else if it's locking. And during the assembly, take your time, be patient, don't make the same mistakes as I did, don't damage your godly precise produced Vitavon parts. And yeah, I would say that's it. I will put this thing together, I will grease it up a little bit, and I will put in the plastic part, and I will adjust it till I think my Servo Saver is locking hard enough and working just a little bit that it needs to do during bashing. So I would end this video here right now. Fuck, I cut myself. And good luck with assembling with your Vitavon Servo Saver, and have fun. See you later.